Autobots, Decepticons, and Duelists. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Mirrorjade, the Iceblade Dragon. He's a dark attribute, level 8 worm/fusion effect monster with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. His effect reads, he requires one Fallen of Albaz and one fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link monster. You can only control one Mirrorjade, the Iceblade, once. Makes sense. Once per turn, quick effect, you can send one fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material. Banish one monster on the field. Also, this card cannot use this effect next turn. If this fusion summoned card in its owner's control field leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase of this turn. Woo! Okay, so the most recognizable and probably the most powerful fusion monster that we've had so far in the I almost said Domactica in the Fallen of Albaz series. Alright, now he is really cool. I love his design. I love literally in the name Iceblade. He has ice blades everywhere. He's literally made out of ice. I was shocked to see that he's a worm. For some reason, I thought he was a dragon, like an actual dragon. But I guess I was wrong. He's a worm. But it's whatever. It makes also I love the name Mirrorjade, the Iceblade Dragon. So cool. Alright, so now we're just gonna explain this effect away. You can only control one Mirrorjade, the Iceblade Dragon. It makes sense. You're only allowed to control one of this monster due to how powerful it is. Alright, once per turn, quick effect, you can send one fusion monster to the extra deck to the graveyard that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material. And when it says as material, it's for like a fusion summon, which is honestly pretty good because again, most of those fusion summon monsters that we talked about had effects. So it makes sense that you get to send them in to the graveyard and use their effects, hopefully right away. That's crazy. And then also this card cannot use the effect next turn. It's just a restriction, so you don't overplay it. Because let's be honest, if you had a bunch of these cards, you would 100% use that effect multiple times. But yeah, so it's restricted to only once per turn, only like one every other turn. So it makes that's honestly pretty fair. Now the second effect, which all these Fallen of Albaz cards are known for, if this fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase of this turn. That is actually really good. But it does kind of require your opponent to destroy it. But it makes sense. When when he gets sent to the graveyard during end phase, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls. That is awesome. That is great. And I do feel like, unfortunately, there might be a few cards where it won't destroy because of effects negate, like Red Hot Dragon Arching King Calamity. I feel like that might be one. But, that's still a pretty good effect. And that's still not bad. And he has 3000 attack. Decent, honestly. That's pretty much the standard for most powerful monsters. 2500 attack. Pretty standard, actually. It's not too bad. Again, you're not really going to summon him in defense, though. Unless you, for some reason, do, for a strange reason. But yeah, honestly, I think this is a good card. I've seen a lot of people play it. I've honestly seen a lot of people play it in non-Fallen of Albaz archetypes, and it's still amazing. But yeah, no, there's not much else There's not much else to really talk about. I mean, it is pretty generic. You need Fallen of Albaz and just literally any extra deck monster, and with there being other extra deck monsters, it's not that hard to get another one. But yeah, yeah. that's actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Catch you all later. Bye.